3 years ago, I met these two legends. Let me get some light on that so you can see them. I met these two guys, right? I don't know if you can see. And they were picking tea leaves in the hillsides of Nawara, I think it was called, in Sri Lanka. Now, in the back of this photo case, whatever it's called, frame, I wrote a note 3 years ago on the back of this. I can't open it. I wrote a note on the back of this photo for myself, and I haven't read it since. It's been in this frame for 3 years, and I haven't read the note, but I know that the note was something that I needed to read at a time in my life where, well, I needed it. Yesterday I made a video called I've Hit a Crossroads. So annoying as well, my YouTube's been shadow banned, so it's not getting pushed to YouTube, but nevertheless, I made a video called I've Hit a Crossroads. Now what that crossroads is, well, you can go watch the video, but basically I'm just in a phase of my life now where things are changing, things are moving. And I'm really just trying to be as authentic as possible now and just go in front of the camera and speak what's on my mind. I don't really want to have scripts. I don't really want to be making videos for the sake of it. I really just want to document this journey and speak about what's on my mind. And today I'm not too well because I had loads of jabs. I had my jabs for Cape Town because I'm going to South Africa in like 10 days. And the flu-like symptoms are a bit horrible. But I've just been sitting on my sofa. I've just been for a walk, and I looked at the windowsill and I saw this. And I thought to myself, there's a message on the back of that. Let me get it out and let me read it to you guys, because maybe this message is something that you guys might need. So without further ado, and I've not read this in absolutely, 3 years. Here's the picture, here's the message that I wrote to myself. And that message is, to Zach, always be grateful for what you have and never take anything for granted. From Zach. For a long time in my life, and I remember now, it's hitting me a bit more now. I remember why I wrote this, because when I was in Sri Lanka and I went to this hillsides and I met these two guys, they had no money. They were making, I think it was equivalent of like £20 per month for working all day, every day in the heat. And there was a group of us, I can't get this back on, I'll do that later. There was a group of us who went out and helped them pick these tea leaves, and we met them, and it was just such an amazing day. And I remember giving them a £10 note, because I only had a £10 note. And they didn't even know what to, I can't really explain what happened, but their eyes lit up. And they were already lit up. They both already had love pouring from them, right? But their eyes lit up, and they were so grateful and thankful for this £10 note that I'd just given to them. And the reason I wrote that is because I forget a lot of the times that I have what I have. And it's a privilege to feel like shit. It's a privilege to be able to get jabs, to fly to South Africa and not feel very well. It's a privilege to be able to record this video and put it on YouTube. It's a privilege to be able to help these guys out, because what they have is very little. Very little indeed, yet they had smiles on their faces and they were working extremely hard because their kids needed feeding. And we forget this, we forget this in these first world countries. We've all had education. You can claim benefits here, free healthcare, free education. And we forget that there's people out there on £20 a month, and that money has to feed a whole family, and they're working harder than every single one of us in the heat, sweating every single day, picking tea leaves off the ground however many hours a day. And going back to yesterday's video that I made, you know, that I was in this bit of a phase of my life, sometimes I forget how privileged I actually am to just be on this journey in the first place. How privileged I actually am to be going through these phases. How privileged I actually am to be hitting these crossroads in life. Because some people don't have the privilege to hit those crossroads, because some people don't even have the privilege to get out of bed. Some people don't have the privilege of good health. Some people don't have the privilege to be able to see. You know, we love to moan and complain and blame and wish that we had a different life and wish that we had more and the next best thing. When in reality, as long as we've got our health and a little bit of dosh to pay the bills and eat and drink and survive, that's all we really need. That's all we really need, mate. And that's today's video, really. I didn't know what this video was going to turn out to be, but hey-ho, there you go. Two absolute legends in the game who I'll probably never see again. But I remember them, and I hope they remember me. And that's what life's all about. Meeting people and making a difference, mate. See you tomorrow. God bless. Bye.